Really? Really? Oh dear.
Yeah!
I don't call it a weapon. It's called my banana hammer! I brought those especially for today also because I couldn't find any more. I've worn all of my superhero underpants. And I couldn't repeat. Some of them are just not in good shape anymore. I mean, the Transformers are like, no, please. Megatron. No, so actually, they're. So no, I don't. I'm weapon-wise. I don't know. I'm not really a gun person. I am one of the only few gay members of the NRA. But wait a minute. No, don't boo, boo, boo. Scott, when I had to do all the gun training for Torchwood and for all the other shows I did, obviously because they wanted to be safe. So I have been properly trained in munitions and using machine guns and handguns and all sorts of weaponry, okay? So I went and did another TV show about the remake of Dallas, and I went to a shooting range, and I've never skeet shooted before. I'm really good. Pull, bang. And Scott, my partner, was standing watching me, and halfway through it, he looks at me and he goes, "Have you done this before?" I go, "No, it's my first time." And he said, "It's not like you're hitting them on the edge. You're hitting them dead bang in the middle." And the woman was going, "Oh my God, you are really good. You like to hold my gun?" "No, because you like to hold my gun. Because you ain't gonna." So Scott, for my birthday that year, he went, just so you can cause a kerfuffle, he got a membership to the NRA for me. So I could walk in and go, "Hey y'all! Let's talk about gun control now." And then I run. So yeah, those are the kind of things that I think that we all should do. That's what we all should do. If we want, and I guess I always like to have a little message with all the little silliness that I do. But I'm not for taking anybody's right away from the Constitution, okay? But that was written an awful long time ago, okay? And I, as a citizen of this great United States, you have a right, I'm saying you, I don't know who in here, but if there are, you have a right to have your weapon. But I also have a right. I have a right as another citizen of this country to have some control over that. So there's a balance, and the more of us who want that control, join the NRA, we can change those votes. Just don't tell them. How can you tell the non-kind of committed member of the NRA? or. I will. Because everyone's crapping them anyway. Never mind. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Hi. I've been a big fan of yours since I was a little girl with your CDs.
Thank you.
I was wondering, do you have a favorite song you like to sing or a favorite show you've been in?
No, I don't answer those questions. The questions about favorites I don't answer because, again, if I do that, someone then that will be it, and it'll be online, and it's done for the rest of my life. So I don't answer those questions for the sole reason that everything I do at that moment, and I enjoy it. The reason I choose songs are because I like all of them. I don't make those kind of decisions just because, as I know some people do, oh, let's do that because it'll make some money. I don't do that. I have to have some heart and soul behind it. And, sometimes it doesn't work, but I then can always look at it and go, you know what, I'm still proud of it because I made that choice, and I'm the only one who has to accept that responsibility. So everything I do, I love. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. There's only one job I've ever done that I really can tell you that I didn't enjoy, but I won't tell you what it is. It was one, and it made me ill. Everything. It was just not very good, and I accepted that for the money. And it was the most awful experience I've ever had in my life. So that was a lesson I learned very early on that I learned it. So, but I love what I do. Thank you. What's your favorite song of mine?
I like anything you do from Company.
See?
I love Company.
Okay, thank you.
Hey John, before we continue, I just have to tell everybody, and don't hate the messenger, please, but we are almost our time.
I know it's 11:40. I know
Yeah.
but I'm going to keep going until towards the hour because
You
I.
want to? All right, let's do it.
I know you love your club, but that wastes time. Yeah. So don't clap. But I'm giving up my lunch break to do more signings. So I.
Wow.
Okay, I'll try to be very fast. First off, as a straight man, I'd like to say yes, you are a very pretty man.
Thank you.
And we like to watch The Nerdist, and we saw that you were supposed to do a magic trick that didn't go quite so well. So I brought some bananas. I wonder if you could do the trick now for us?
I would. Give me the bananas anyway, because and they're the right size. I can't do the banana trick for reasons that, again, unfortunately, I like to be silly and I like to have a good time, but I know the line not to cross. If that makes sense, because there are young people in the audience, underage.
Okay, well,
But I appreciate it. But you can imagine what I do with them.
Thank you.
Especially that one. You have that one? You're a girl after my own heart.
It's for later.
Yeah, I bet it is. So are these three.
Actually, I guess I only need 2 more, and then I do on set.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Okay, now just before I ask my question, I have to know. Please tell me you know who I'm dressed up as.
Are you Yanto?
I'm Captain Jack Harkness season 1. Okay, that's
Captain Jack Harkness season 1? All the teeth? Sorry. I didn't even see the wrist strap because it was behind your back. I'm so sorry. Yes, no, you come down and show everybody. Come show everybody. Come up here. Come on. Come around. What was your question?
Have you ever watched that sort of Doctor Who and been like, dang, I really wish I was in that.
All the time. And you?
All the time.
You know what's really interesting? How old are you?
12.
12. Well, when I was about 8, 9 years old and even younger, I used to obviously watch Doctor Who long before you were even a thought in your parents' brains. And there was the first episode that I ever remember was with the Autons, and it was in the late 60s, early 70s, and you know the Autons are the shop, they're the mannequins that come alive, right? And I wouldn't walk past any of this shop in Glasgow. My mother had to put me in her coat to hide. But here's the irony of the story. How many ever years later, I was called in. I never thought I'd ever be part of a show like Doctor Who. And then I was, it was, like 19, I can't remember the date, but it was a little while ago, and I got a call to go in and audition for Captain Jack Harkness. And I thought, well, this is never going to work because I'm an American, so they're not going to put an American in Doctor Who. And as that little boy, later on as a young man, an older man, I was, the first episode that they started the new series with, guess what the creatures were? Awesome. Oh, you saw it. So, what I'm saying is, you might look at it now and go, oh, I'd love to be in that. You never know what's going to happen. Right?
Yeah! Yes, child.
Thank you, bud. What's your name? Jonah. Nice to meet you, Jonah. Go ahead.
Have you ever watched an episode of Doctor Who written by Stephen Moffat, and then you see the ending and you're like, Moffat!
All the time.
Like crazy prank stories that have happened behind the scenes.
Oh, there's loads. I mean, when in Torchwood, Eve, the notorious thing I used to do with Eve, we do my close-up because it's done in positioning in numbers on the script, and I'm number 1, Eve is 2, so we always go in order. And sometimes if she had more dialogue, I would say, you know what, let her do hers first, just to be considerate, because we were a family, blah blah blah. So the camera would be over my shoulders to go to her close-up, and I would stand and do my close-up and look at her, and she'd talk, and I'd say blah 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 blah, talk, and then just before the director would say cut, I'd go to her, look down, and they're out. And she would shout, Jesus, these guys' balls out of your head! So most of these close-ups with me in the front of the kid with my shoulder there, just know my balls go right out.
Hi,
Hi.
I just want to know, has your experience been being a queer icon, playing an iconic character like Captain Jack?
Well, I mean, I know we are all words, and words are not offensive to me, but I don't consider myself to be queer. But I know what you mean. That's a new word for me because there's the lesbian, gay, the gay, bi, lesbian, transgender, and they've added queer to it now. What is queer? Can anyone answer that?
Whole spectrum.
But I thought gay was all encompassing. No?
Doesn't come.
No, I'm actually asking an honest question here because, yes.
Queer, according to my professor at Westchester University in a queer theory course, is the definition of someone who does not define their lifestyle by gender, but embraces their lifestyle in their own gender.
But queer, as a definition in the dictionary, is a negative word. It means odd. It means obscure. It means... No, but it's okay. No. This is the greatest because it's a new thing for me. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but I'm asking why we've embraced that. But, okay, because for me, growing up, I always don't want to be odd and different. I want to be accepted as normal. So to take that word for me is going a little backwards. That's my opinion. But I am willing to learn and to embrace. So what was the question anyway?
What's your experience being a gay icon?
A queer icon, okay. My experience is being a queer, gay, bisexual, transgender, sometimes lesbian, all-encompassing. I believe, I am so proud of it because as a young man, like Jonah over there, but I'm not saying you are or aren't, you are who you are. But when I was a young boy of his age, I knew I was gay. Okay, so I completely knew that when I was 9 years old and hitting puberty. So I didn't have any role models, and for me to be able to say that I have been a role model to young heterosexual men and women, and gay men and women, and queer men and women, and bisexual men and women, it's an exceptionally proud thing for me because I want as an action hero, there's the most gay men and women are put on television in the United States, okay? In the world, the most are on the TV in the United States, but they're all the same type. No offense, and I love a queen, but they're all flouncy queens. We're not all like that. And for me to be an action hero and a man who likes men, big deal, that was a great groundbreaking thing for me, and that's what we wanted to prove in class. We can be if we want to. Anyway.
That's our last question, John.
Oh,
I'm
is
so
it?
sorry.
Oh,
we have to
no,
wrap.
quick,
don't have a question. I just wanted to say I know him so well with you, like 2 lines.
I know him so well.
Yeah, like you and Danny Boyce did in your concert.
That's not a quick
Nothing
question.
is so good it lasts eternally. I didn't know you were going to sing with me. Well, if you're going to sing in key. Different situations must go wrong, but it took time to understand the man. Now I know I just want his schlong.